It ain't doing like I want to, but it's cool. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Bull Experience. We have another great edition for you guys tonight. We have my man. You know, what's my man out of power? What was Lorenzo Tate's character?
No.
Tate. Not Councilman Tate.
No, I'm joking. But we got a man of the city, a man who's doing great things, making impact. My man, Mr. Michael Howard. So how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I appreciate y'all inviting me.
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely.
You know, we got Miss Brittany.
Hey, y'all.
We got Steve in the building doing his
Steve.
thing. The kid's over here somewhere, y'all. Y'all can't see her camera, but she here. She here in spirit.
The queen.
Yeah.
2 1.
Yes. And we got a great edition for y'all tonight, man. So, Mike, man, one of the things that we love doing here at the Bull Experience is talking about the journey.
Okay.
Right? You were always councilman, Mike, you know what I'm
I was
saying?
not
There's a
always.
journey to that
Always
point, right?
journey. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Cleveland born and raised?
Yeah, Cleveland born and raised.
If you had a hood, you got to represent. What hood you represent?
I'm representing 130 Union.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay. My mother brought me home to Buckeye,
Mm-hmm.
and then the house that we still own is on Union. And I graduated from Lincoln West.
Okay. My bad. That's an inside joke, y'all.
Lincoln West, yeah. And so my journey to get here, when I was in undergrad at Kent State University, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so around 2008, a young man named Barack Obama was running for office.
Got hit it one time.
And he was
For
just
OBZ.
so smooth.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what he doing, but whatever he got going on. And that's why I like exposure. It's so important. You can see.
Sorry, first 2 minutes. Sorry, my
Yes,
bad.
this is what he does. This is what he does. Sorry,
But that's why exposure is so important. And so, it was a journey to get here for sure after graduation.
But between y'all two, I don't know where I'm supposed to fit in that. I mean, I'm just saying. Y'all tell me.
But I was able to get more award experience, and so a good friend of mine, he became director in Cincinnati. He became director of economic inclusion. And Brandon and Brittany, when I tell you that man promised me the world, like, yo, come on down. I got $1 million for you. I got an office for you. And as y'all know, it ain't never what it seemed. And so what happened, I quit my job at CMSD, moved to Cincinnati. My son is 4 now, but he was like 2, 1 at the time. But I'm like, I'm doing it for him. You know how we do. So I moved. After I got like a rent and an apartment and all that, I literally was bringing home the same amount I was making at CMSD. And so I did that for maybe 8 months. We did like a minority women's small business health career fair. And so we did some good work, but I'm like, I gotta get back to Cleveland. And when I tell y'all, I never appreciated Cleveland as much as I'm driving down St. Clair like, I love Cleveland.
You little potholes, like, yeah.
So you really don't appreciate, like everybody, you don't until it's gone. And so I came back without a job, just stepped out on faith, and I think the county council situation really helped build my faith. So I'm like, if I can go through that, I know I can.
You can get anything.
Listen, y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was a little depressed. I ain't gonna lie. I was watching Lockup Raw. Y'all know what Lockup Raw is. The jail show.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, well, it could always be
worse.
worse. It could always
gotta keep it in perspective, right?
Always keep stuff in perspective. I'm like, it could always be worse. And so came home, no job. But it was a blessing. I still wore my suit. I still went to events. And everyone was like, "Oh, you home? Oh, you home?" And so I'm currently the executive director of the Bond Accountability Commission. And so the first African American to lead that charge. And we are the oversight committee of CMSD school buildings. And so we check all the numbers, make sure they're doing it what they're supposed to as far as building accurate schools for our students. And so I love it. It's 100% part-time, answer to a board, but it definitely gives me the flexibility to do what I do now.
Come on now.
That's good. You gave us quite a bit
I was trying to get y'all the journey.
No,
you definitely gave us the journey, and now we're gonna have to start picking it apart.
Right.
You
good.
Because okay, so I know that you, like you said, it has humbled you of what you have been through to be able to appreciate what you have. So can we backtrack just a little bit? I know that when you said that you, when you did run and had to experience that loss, can you walk us through, how that was? Because you see on the Oscars and stuff where you have to kind of, just play it off, but in your mind, you like, I'm so teed off, it should have been me. Yeah. And then how do you bounce back from that?
Yeah, no, Brittany, it was tough. So we got the appointment, and we think we good. And if no one pulls, then you are really running unopposed. And so long story short, she pulled, and now you're running. So you're still councilman too. Right. So you still have to answer to your constituents, and you're also running basically for your life, for your job. And so it was a lot. I mean, it was long days. I did do good as a fundraising perspective. Okay. It definitely shows who your friends and not your friends. I thought he was cool. And so one of the homies, he was calling for her. I'm like, bro, you know what I mean? What we doing? So it really gave me good insight. Sure. But I don't know. I'm at the point now. I feel like everything happens for a reason. I actually wasn't gonna run this past time, and a lot of people talked to me and convinced me to do it. And I was talking to Brandon. I remember when I used to play basketball at Lincoln West, and I was on the basketball team, but I would never shoot. I was one of those passing point guards. And as I've grown up, I'm I'd rather lose with me shooting than me praying you didn't practice your shot. And so that's how I feel about the county council seat. I know what I'm gonna do. It's important too who we put in these positions. That's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, I feel like I'm a good representation of the district as a whole.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's good. So I have a friend, right? And he don't look A friend.
Gotta watch him.
You do. You see what I'm saying?
No, I have a friend. He would like to run for office one day.
Okay.
What are the basics someone needs to have in order to even think about running for a councilman seat or run for any seat in politics? To be honest.
Yeah, I think everybody's path is different.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, like I remember when Justin Bibb was, you know what I mean, like an intern,
Right.
and he did not run for office at all before he ran for mayor. And so, where like I know people who ran, I don't know how true it is. We're gonna have to fact check it, but they said Fannie Lewis, a Cleveland legend, former councilwoman. They said she had to run 7 times before she got elected. So we're going to have to fact check it. But the point is, like, sometimes you have to, like, go through it.
Go through the motions.
And then sometimes people just run the first time and win. So I would give anybody advice, like, definitely be active in your community. I remember when I was younger, I'm like, oh, we should just go around cleaning up the neighborhood. But do something, try to add value. Definitely be active. And relationships matter, too, for sure. Like, how you treat people. You never... Again, Justin was an intern, so if you treated him like crap when he was an intern, and now he's a mayor,
you're scared. Like,
now he's the mayor. You know what I mean? So, but if y'all was cool, y'all cool. You know what I mean? So, all that stuff matters. All the little things I think are important.
No, that's what's up. Yeah, because y'all hear it first in the post, man. I'm gonna run one of these days. So y'all, we all make this a clip.
You can make it in Cleveland. You can make it anywhere.
Hey, no, I was about to say that. I was gonna ask. As politics as a whole, like we know as an entrepreneur in Cleveland is very hard. I wonder, and my question is, will you feel like politics in Cleveland are a little bit different than on a national scale, but with different cities or whatnot?
I don't think we're any like harder. I don't know, man. Cleveland's hard. Politics is a contact sport, period. There's a lot of big egos.
Politics is contact sport.
There's a lot of big egos. It ain't but so many seats. Everybody think they're going to do a good job. We do joke. We always say we think Columbus might be a little easier than Cleveland. But I think what they do in Columbus that they don't do in Cleveland, I'm probably going to get in trouble. It's okay. I don't care. I think they set up the young people in Columbus. So
I got another question for you too about that.
So like Shannon Harden, who's a good friend of mine, is like council president in Columbus. But Shannon was like just working for the mayor, and they like helped groom him. And I don't know if he's gonna run for mayor or not, but like they helped groom here. Well, like Cleveland, if I was like a lesser of a person, 2018, y'all never would have heard from me.
Wow.
Like it would have been a wrap. I would have been like, man, forget this. I'm gonna give me a job. Y'all trash. Y'all playing games. Well, like I feel like in Cleveland, like we really like eat our young.
Wow.
And so And so I think we need to do a better job. It's only so we losing city council members. The census, I think we went from 17 to 15. We only got 11 county council people. I represent 40,000 people.
Yeah.
And so so it's serious. If you can make it in Cleveland, I'm sure Baltimore is tough.
Yeah.
Obama got his story in Chicago, but if you can make it in Cleveland, you can make it anywhere.
Put that on a t-shirt or something. I feel like we
Really
hear that a lot.
We all know about podcasting and being in business, but I'm pretty sure probably is a whole different mindset.
For sure.
Sorry, question. Because I like me and the kid. I mean, I think I talk to the kid like 12 times a week. But one of the things me and her are kind of talking about politics, right?
Yeah.
And we're not going to talk about certain politics. We're going to talk about I was reading a statistic was saying the changing in how millennials are now changing the scape of politics now. Because the boomers, they're getting older, they're retiring. And some are stepping down and whatnot, and then we are stepping up. How do you feel in the future politics is going to look as we are taking the reins as millennials?
That's a good question. We definitely are the unks and the aunties.
We are now, and it's crazy that I'm an adult. Oh, that's wild.
We are now, but I don't see any major change. I had a conversation. People, these positions aren't forever. And so I think it's going to be another young person who steps up, like we stepped up, like other in the past and in the future have stepped up. So I don't see politics changing, too broadly. I just think succession plan, like any organization, to me, like Hulk Hogan's not going to wrestle forever. Ray Lewis is not gonna. And so if we do a good job when he finally does retire, we have somebody ready.
Right, yeah,
we don't do that in Cleveland, man. We don't. And and I gotta find me a intern to mentor into. We have to do a better job of succession planning. But I'm sure, if we all think we so special. If I fall out tomorrow, it'll be a million people applying for the seat. So I just think we have to do a better job of really encouraging and mentoring the next generation.
Okay. Now, with the presence of social media so strong and everybody wanting to take I like to say the easier route, you don't see a lot of them, like our youth, really getting out there, like you said, being active and getting involved in the community. So do you see, I know you said if you were to ever to take a step back, there would be someone to fill your seat. Do you feel like there would be a nice bunch that would actually be willing to? Because it just seems like everybody just don't want to work. They don't want to really focus in on that. It's
yeah, I'm sure it'd be I'm sure it'd be somebody. But to your point, I think social media is a gift and a curse. And I think, and I'd be remiss if I don't mention. So I have a colleague. He just came to council with me this time, Robert Schleppert.
Okay.
And so I think it might be 5,000 doors. He not doing like nothing beats that old school knocking on the door, talking to your neighbor. And social media had you thinking like you doing something. And I don't care if you got 800 likes on your post that you was doing, and mess around and not get 800 votes at the actual poll.
So that's a bar. 800 likes versus 800 votes, two different things.
And so really like that old school, getting to know your people, getting to know your neighbor. Even when I ran this time, because I had ran before, because I had held the seat before, it kind of qualified me. He could be councilman because he was councilman. And I think that's also important. I talked to a good friend of mine to applying, and she was able to get like an executive director job. I'm like, but now you can get other executive director jobs because you are executive director. We're like, our titles might sound good, but being qualified for something. But yeah, social media, it definitely have you thinking you have more of a buzz than you do. For sure.
You say, I'll be out there kissing them babies, shaking them hands.
Yeah, it's nothing like talking to the people, man.
Yeah. Okay. So a public interaction. You gotta have that. Yeah.
I gotta take a look. I know I damn sure. I don't be out here.
For
Give
your
me
friend.
Okay, let me ask you this, man. We talked about this off camera, right? We talked about Councilman Mike, and there's Mike, right? How do you, and you said something, I'm going to share with you, but you said something that was very profound. How are you you, but still can hold the title?
Yeah, it's a balance. And I try to, what I said to you is, the people voted me for me. And so I remember I was talking to my mother, and we were talking about like how I dress, and I did go buy me like some clothes just to look the part. And she was like, "Well, they didn't vote for you to be a fashion model. This is old school. This is old school mama." For sure. And so I know I've been like criticized. I do like a hoodie and a suit jacket, but like it's all me. You know what I mean? And so one day I might do some jeans. One day, depending on how I feel like I was in Councilman Mike mode tonight. But I feel like as long as I do my best, I put my best effort forward. A lot of that stuff, because some of them be having them super big suits and stuff, and be
Steve Harvey joints,
and then be the best. You know what I mean? So like the little stuff, like I don't care how you look. Did you call me back? Is what.
Yeah. Listen, I heard him like, "Hey, that's a bar right there," but I didn't get it in time.
So yeah, just trying to do a balance for sure.
That's good. That's good.
So what would you say with you being in politics and being, in the inner cities, what's been the most fulfilling in your role and what's been kind of the most maybe stressful or, what's been the ups and downs in your role?
Yeah, no, I appreciate the question, Brittany. When I was younger, I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with my life. I just I wanted to help people. I'm like, okay, if I don't do nothing in my life, if I helped a bunch of people, it was worth it. Okay. And so I remember when I was young, I wanted to be a police officer. And my cousin was like, you can help people without being a police officer. So then I became a county councilman. But most successful, just trying to, recently we were able to get East Cleveland to like the Heritage Home Program, where if you're 50 and older, you can get resources to help fix your home. And so, and that's just, a small example, but like really like the day-to-day helping people. To your point, Brittany, most challenging is that we need so much, especially as like Black people, East Cleveland as a whole. So okay, now we have a program you can fix your house, but what about the potholes? And I know Kevin Conwell gives a story. He goes into McDonald's. He's like, man, I need a job. He was like, I don't have a job in my pocket, like, you know what I mean? But our community needs so much, and so that's been the most challenging aspect of the job. And then having different districts. I represent all of Cleveland Ward 8, which is Collinwood, all of Ward 10, which is St. Clair.
Come on now.
All of Cleveland Heights, all of East Cleveland, all of University Heights, and all of the city of Bradenton. And so I say we have one of the most diverse districts.
Oh,
in the
that's
county.
real diverse.
We have people who live under the poverty line in East Cleveland. We have like $1 million houses in Bradenton.
Right.
And so just trying to, cater to all the different needs in the district has definitely been challenging.
Yeah, that sounds like.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say like, and then I gotta ask that because like now I think about it. So you got your Bradenton constituents, and then your Cleveland constituents. And I'm pretty sure they have two different problems that arise with each one, right? How do you, how can I say this? How do you answer the call or not the call? How do you adhere to each constituents?
Yeah, I think
I'm butchering that word. I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, you good. I know we knew what you were talking about. But yeah, just trying to get needs, and then too, you can argue like Bradenton, not do they care, but like a lot of those people. If you're a millionaire, like, am I really concerned with who my county council person is? Unfortunately, East Cleveland doesn't really vote. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And so, really focusing on like where the needs are, and so even though East Cleveland don't vote, I know they need help. And so we got to go over there anyway.
Yeah.
And like Bradenton, I think they needed some like new police cars. We were able from the county ARPA funds to get them some new police cars. So just seeing what the different needs are and seeing what we can do to help everybody as a whole.
So, Messi, what do you feel like is the most rewarding part of being a councilman, or just being in politics as a whole? What, in your opinion, is the most rewarding part?
I feel like I'm real big on, I want things that wasn't there before I got there. And so, I think I mentioned the summit. We're working on some things now. From my Cincinnati days, I took the idea, the county doesn't do anything to, not encourage, I don't want to say that, but I think we need to be more purposeful with our like minority businesses, or small businesses, or women businesses. And so May 9th at Tri-C, we're doing a countywide like career fair for those groups that I took from Cincinnati. And so, and I think, nobody else was like thinking about that. And so I try to like really do things that'll live beyond me, and things that weren't created before I got there.
Now I have to bring this up, and we can just kind of touch on it. But with us now having a new president, how does that affect what we have going on in what you guys are trying to improve in our inner cities, when you kind of have that as
it affects a lot. And then I've even heard of, unfortunately, stories of people who like had grant funding from the federal level.
Right, I've seen,
it was there, it disappeared, it came back, it disappeared again. And so, and these are people who are like really trying to like do green spaces and like really help our community. And so it's unfortunate. I think he messed with Medicaid now. If you take people off snaps, these are real people. These are real. Like, you thought it was bad before, and so I just, I might be beating a dead horse. Like, we gotta vote. We cannot sit on the sideline. I don't know if nobody wanted to vote for the vice president or what it is. I do think our country is can be racist. That's a whole nother conversation in itself. But yeah, he is really, and I think he's purposely doing this. I think somebody was like, how can you be mad at somebody who told you what they were going to do?
He really did. That's one thing you got to say. He said this.
So, he's the TANFs, all that is a tax on like the working people. And then can you imagine not being able to get stuff from like China, and that's Shein, that's all that stuff. That's too. So it is really,
my table now, man.
Yeah, it is really, and so it requires us, especially as local government, to even be even more diligent, and we have to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars, because I'm not sure we're going to have that federal money to fall back on like we have in the past.
Let me ask you this question, because and once again, with you being in politics is a little bit different, but I was reading an article talking about how with this, I'll take this last race to be exact, and they're talking about the voter turnout is becoming less and less and less prominent as it was. Unfortunately, since Obama's term or whatnot. What do you think we can do in the future to help voter turnout and get people more involved with the voting process? Because, like you said, no one in Cleveland, unfortunately, not voting. Why is it that when it comes to us, we're just not voting?
I'm be honest. I was gonna make a joke and say we need to run a black man, but no. I'm be honest. I think when people have someone like they care about or really think can do a good job, people will come out. And so I don't know if the enthusiasm wasn't there for like the vice president. No, she was not perfect. Yes, she was much better.
Come on now.
Than our
Much better
than our current president. But I think people will come. I remember in Kent, it was like lines around the corner waiting to vote for President Obama. And so I think, if you can get real politicians who inspire hope and President Obama is probably one of one, you know what I mean? But there's other people who also can carry that mantle. And so I think really getting good people to run for these offices are important. So if East Cleveland had a good person who was going to run for mayor, I think they would come out,
I hear the call.
Oh.
East Cleveland down there. Let me know. Keep me up there.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
The first thing I'm doing is those potholes, man.
Oh yeah. They don't let you forever.
Oh, sure. You have multiple terms.
So let me ask you this. With that being said, how do people, not saying become career politicians, but like what is the hierarchy in politics? So let's say you're a councilman right now. What's the next step as you go? Because right now, I'm pretty sure your aspirations aren't just to be a councilman for
So I'm cool. I mean, I'm from 130 Union, so part of me feel like I ain't supposed to be here. So like if I don't go any higher, I'm cool where I am. But to your point, Brandon, a lot of people start like on the local level. You can start, whether it's school board or precinct committee person, then you probably run for like city council or something. County is probably next. State rep or state senator is after that, and then other people look for like federal offices. And so again, especially like in Cleveland, like a lot of seats are, we've had in my lifetime maybe 3 Congress people. So those seats are really, special seats. And so the turnover, I'm not sure how old our current Congresswoman Chantel Brown is, but if she's 50, you could argue she might be in that seat another 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And so, especially, and I'm be honest, especially in Ohio, for African Americans, the plight is not as high. We're like, if you have a Republican, they might really aspire to be a governor and can really see that where, once you get out of Cobb County, Hamilton County, we red for real.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. I didn't even think about that. And I don't know. Because that's like I said, me and Q talk about politics all the time and whatnot. I've always said, yes, they're kind of Republican, but we need like a third party, man. We need like a new millennial green party or something like that, right? Like just green initiatives with green everything. Just making a way for
Long day. I need a break to just take care of me. And I love how Febrez's Soothe and Restore sets the mood perfectly with relaxing notes of warm whipped sugar and shea butter. And now I'm ready to relax and unwind.
Or younger with new ideas, new ways to take, not new takes, but just new ways of going about doing things. I feel like that need to be injected. And this is some of the things that we currently in because the old way of doing things are not working. Because like I never forget when I found out a lobbyist. I'm like, what's a lobbyist? I never knew who it was. Never know what it was. I'm like, what in the world? And the fact that this is an actual job, and if you don't know what a lobbyist is a person who takes the interest of a corporation or a special interest group, and they literally go to politicians and basically, how can I say this? Sway that politician to their whim, per se.
Lobby,
yes, they're the lobby or whatnot. And the fact that we have these positions legally, by the way, these are legal positions people can get into, and it's not gonna change, man. What got to change?
Speaking of change, so I am curious. I didn't even check on this after we all participated in the Blackout Friday, right?
Mm.
And, you know, for us trying to take a stand and, you know, trying to, you know, basically kind of fight back in our own way. Do you feel like as a public we should continue to do these things? Is it even worth it in the end, you know, of us doing these different things to try to like stand up for our rights and things of that nature?
I do.
Okay.
Depends on who you ask. A good friend of mine, he's elected. I'm not going to say his name, but he was like, man, he was like, where was they at when it was time to vote?
For sure.
Woo-wee.
He was like, so now we want to take one
Yeah,
day,
now
and now I
we
can't
wanna
buy,
get
and now I
back.
can't buy nothing. Now I got to be hungry. He was like, but you know, I go and fight every day, and then these people were
Wow. That's a bar.
That being said, Brittany, I do think, especially as African American, we are the most spinningest people in the whole world, and if we stop for one day, they will feel it. And so I know I did mine. It was tight too.
You should tell me about
listen,
it.
I was like before.
The hair storm's gone.
and then I'm like, well, if it's a black business, do it still count? And then but I'm still using my credit card. I'm like, no, let me just. But I do think if we really, we all have to do it. That's Montgomery bus boycott.
Right,
I never forget when they killed Eric Garner.
Yeah.
And wasn't nobody supposed to buy nothing for Black Friday.
Yeah.
And everybody bought everything. And so if we really take it seriously, if we're all on one accord, they will. I mean, I think it can work. We really got to do it, though. We really, really got to do it.
I agree. And like you said, what's more important is the vote.
The vote, yeah.
To really get out and do something as simple as voting versus us having to have conflicts.
And it's elections every year. I mean, it's election
on a local level too. That's another thing. Like everyone will vote for president, but we don't.
Yeah.
We don't
You
show up
ask-
for those.
You ask people who is your county commissioner, they're like, "What's that?"
Unless they need something.
Unless they need something, yeah.
But to your point, Brandon, like you got to vote for your judges. So you might not never see me, but like when your cousin shoots somebody, you want the judge to be fair and honest, and you got all these. It matters. They spent $500 million to unseat Senator Sherrod Brown. If these seats did not matter, they would not do that.
Wow.
These seats matter. They are extremely important. Who we have at the table advocating for the community.
No, that's real. And see, I keep going back to these are conversations that we have, and these are other conversations people have on a daily basis. Me keeps talking about how if you're a Republican, you're fully conservative. They think you're Republican, you just believe in these things. If you're a Democrat, you believe in this extreme thing. There's not a middle ground. I have liberal thoughts but still be conservative on certain issues, right? What do you feel like will be the way to get that middle ground? Because, like I said, I can be conservative on abortion rights, but then I can be liberal with marriage or whatnot, right? Where do you feel like we as a nation can find a middle ground in politics as a whole?
Yeah, I think if we can, so we do have like progressive parties, independent groups. I think if we could find somebody to speak both languages, I know a young African-American business owner in the city of Cleveland who said he voted for Trump for like the tax cuts or something. Like he felt like Trump was talking to him because he was a business owner. And I'm like, boy, he wasn't talking to you.
Right.
Boy.
But instantly regretted it probably when he got in office.
He wasn't talking to you. But yeah, I think, I'm a Democrat. If we can have someone who, I think the best politicians are dual role people. So like a business owner who can like speak the business language. If you have children, then you understand the importance of like protecting children and things like that. I think someone who can do different things always, beneficial.
That's good. I keep hearing the call, Lord. You want me to be a politician? It's okay. I can do it.
So you're the friend.
I was joking, man. But you're right. I feel like if someone can, like I said, it's like code switching, but it really is code switching, to be honest. Because if I can talk to you on these rights, but I can talk to you about tax cuts, I feel like that will help them. What they call it, bipartisan. I know a little thing too.
Yeah, no, you have to be everything to everybody. Never forget, I was in like a backroom meeting with Frank Jackson. When I tell y'all, he like changed his voice. He was talking like pastors. He was like, "Listen, y'all, this is what we gonna do." I'm like, "Who is that?" Like, and mind you, for a long time, I'm not the only one, so I'm gonna say it. I thought Frank Jackson was at least he looks like a white man.
Oh, for sure.
Okay,
I
so it
thought
wasn't
it
just
was
me.
A while for me to
Okay.
I
realize.
was like,
Yes.
man, when somebody's like, Frank Jackson's white. I mean, he black. I'm like, man, stop lying.
Yeah. So straight from Central, and so we in the back room, and he's straight from Central.
Oh.
Like, this ain't what we gonna do. We're gonna lay it down. What they say in New Zealand, we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
And so, and then he go out, he do his tie, and he presents.
Yeah.
And so you have to be everything. You have to meet your people where they at.
How
And
does
so,
it Steve?
and so yeah, it's important for sure.
That's good. Somebody says, bro, how do you? Because you're also a father,
Mhm.
right? How do you balance everything outside of politics and balance both? Because I'm pretty sure your phone is going on 24/7.
Yeah, especially now.
right. So how do you balance your calling with personal life?
Yeah, I be drained. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot, and so just trying to. I've started now blocking on Fridays. Like, do not schedule. I think mental health. A lot of people are in the mental health space and do good work around the city. Pastor Cal Early pops up top of mind. But mental health is important. But it's a lot, man. You might have committee that morning. They want to meet with you for lunch. You want to go talk to East Cleveland. Cleveland Heights has had a fire. I think a bus burned up in Cleveland Heights. Do you issue a press release or not? And you can't find the dude because he don't want to be acknowledged like that.
Yeah.
Then you got to run over here. Then you got a meeting that night at the Democratic Club. Then you get home and now you got to be daddy, the bubba. And he want to play, and you don't really want to play. And so it's a lot. And so just really trying to take time for like what's important, and really trying to like dedicate time for like myself, because even my mom is getting up there in age, and so it's a lot, man. It's just trying to balance everything for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, that's good that you set that intentional, time for yourself because you need that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'll be at home working. You got working. I gotta learn to get better at that.
That's right.
So we talk about the past, talk about the present, talk about the future, brother.
Okay.
What does the future hold for you? What can you expect from you in the future? What are you working on in the future we can see coming up?
Definitely, yeah. So I joke, if I don't never run for nothing, I got the next 4. And so just trying to help the community. I'm really supportive of the Circle East project.
Come on now.
In East Cleveland, they're trying to do new homes, really build up the tax revenue. In East Cleveland, University Circle, you guys know where Target is. They're trying to do like new apartment buildings, like luxury apartment buildings. And so we've been, I think they renamed it to Liberty Town Plaza or something, but really, trying to redo that area. As far as from a county standpoint, on April 28th, City Councilman Richard Starr, we're going to do I think, especially like the reentry community, housing is extremely important. So we're doing a reentry housing summit right there at CSU. I think I mentioned the Minority Business Career Fair on May 9th. And so just trying to, stay active, keep dropping bangers.
Come on, come on, hey. I'll mail this to Mike and get his own person because of me, like.
And so just keep trying to, help the community.
No, that's dope stuff right there, man. All right, listen. Hey, listen, I can't wait because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll hit you up. I need consulting on how to run for Cleveland.
Man. Let me know, I'll put you together.
You know what I'm saying? That's my slogan. I will fix your potholes. That's going to be
the whole thing. I feel like somebody ran on that. and then you get there and realize ain't no money.
I'm like, all right, we got
give me time.
Right, we got to pose a tax on top of the tax, y'all, on top of another tax. No, that's funny. I was gonna say something else. Never mind. All right. So let me ask you this, man, because you being Cleveland born and raised, unfortunately, we have all heard the stigma that Cleveland not collaborative place, right?
Okay.
In your opinion, how do you feel like we turn a narrative of Cleveland having a narrative not be collaborative place?
We got to be intentional, man. We have to, and I can agree, we have to do a better job. And so it's incumbent upon me. I think that even the event I just named with Councilman Richard Starr, it needs to be more of that. And so I'm not sure how many county city projects we've done together, but I think we can do a better job. It can't be the county versus the city. We have to work together for the good of the people. We gotta get our businesses involved. So around things like housing and reentry, like I think they can really help. Bring value and assets to that, and then just lastly, maybe just collaboration, countywide, like municipalities, different municipalities. So it's important what they're doing, and so like they might be doing something we should be doing down here. You know what I mean? And so just learning from each other and really working together, I think, can be important. But we have to be intentional. We have to have the extra steps, the relationships, etc., to really get things done.
That's good. That's good. So I want to steal collaborations, y'all. Y'all hear my man Mike, okay? Stop playing, okay? When it comes to collaboration, brother, like you said, you've done collaboration. Shout out to Restore. Come on the podcast with you, man. Come on, man.
Down,
come on,
Rich.
man.
You know what I mean?
And obviously you've done collaboration for your constituents. I'm gonna get the word together one of these days. Yeah, thank y'all. But what collaboration can we expect from you in the future? What entity, corporation, party you look forward to collaborating with in the future?
Yeah, I want to collaborate with everybody, but to name one specifically, I think I want to work with our law enforcement.
Come on now.
To do see what we can do. A good friend of mine, she started a program called Kicking It with Cops, where the cops come out in the community and really work with the residents. And so law enforcement at the county now, we're working on an office of gun violence prevention and really bringing in the county sheriffs and the different municipalities. And anything I do, I try to do it countywide. Yeah. Because for it to only benefit my community, everybody needs to. And this real gun problems, a city like Cleveland Heights, for example, who didn't have a homicide for years, and they already got 2 in March. And so it's really affecting everyone. It's about to be,
about to be summertime.
About to be summertime.
Oh, man.
Everybody about to be outside with the motorcycles and stuff.
Yeah.
And so
don't remind me, Mike.
And so law enforcement, just really seeing what we can do to collaborate together. At least that's one of my goals.
Come on now. And OBZ, I know you watching. Obama, for everyone who knows.
I was so wondering, y'all.
Everybody know OBZ, okay? Y'all hit my man Mike up, Help groom him to that president, Mike,
okay.
I can't wait to see the clip. I'm like, we had him on the pull-up.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Like brand new now.
I'm like, the White House is a podcast, Mike.
You wouldn't think you were just gonna stay in council.
Right.
There's a purpose push over here.
Right.
Push you hard. So listen, when it comes to legacy, I'll split it up this way. And your answer may be, overall the same for both, but for Councilman Michael Hauser and regular schmegular Michael Hauser, what's the legacy for each of them?
I want my communities. I'm chair of the county's community development and housing committee, and so I really want to.
Yeah, I'm in the interview. Y'all put stuff in. I'm like, that's dope.
And so I really want just cities and communities to really prosper. We need more housing stocks. We need to not. As a landlord, we need to not beat up on our good landlord. We have to. I think we have to find a system to really not weed out, but there's bad landlords and there's really people who trying to.
That's a fact.
I was fixing stuff the next day. They was calling me, and it would be done. Yeah. But it's some people you can't get in touch with. And so so really want to just help fix communities and help people is my goal. As far as just regular smuggler, I joke, it's nothing more important. Nothing I've done has been greater than having my son. And so it's no accomplishment, nothing. And so really just pouring him, help him to become a good man. I know I saw a Nipsey Hussle interview, and I think every morning he was saying to I think he had a daughter, something have integrity.
Yep.
And so I'm sure she still remembers that to this day. Every morning he was saying the same thing. And so really just instill purpose, for my son is just regular smuggler.
That's a fair word, by the way, Mike.
Yours is constituents. Okay, don't come for me. So listen, we've had a time with you. This has been wonderful to hear about your journey, to hear, like I said, from your humble beginnings to where you are now. You know, kudos to you, and continue doing your thing for our communities. You are very much needed and appreciated.
Absolutely,
Okay?
absolutely. Let's take that one more time.
There we go. See, we getting him, Mike. So for those that are watching and listening, I'm sure the same goes for them as well, that you have inspired them or motivated them in some type of way. So what would you like to, and then this on the high note, what would be the 3 takeaways you would want someone to gather from tonight?
Definitely. No, I appreciate you guys having me. 3 takeaways, if I can tell people.
You've been jumping the gym, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying to teach my son. Everything takes time.
Oh.
Everything takes time. Nothing happens overnight. I think we live in a, what they say, microwave. Everything, and with time, you can damn near get anything. You can. I think they said if you got like a rock, if you can make it salt. It just takes it takes time. And so nothing happens overnight. Be intentional. You know, no matter what you do, be intentional. Put your best foot forward. And then I thought it was just a Cleveland thing, but it's everywhere. Relationships matter. You can pretend like it don't. It's somebody who can call a mama right now. You know, like Obeezy or you know what I mean. It's somebody who went to school with him who really knows.
Yeah, no facts.
Relationships matter. How you treat people matter. Nobody's gonna remember what you said. Everybody's gonna remember how you made them feel. Relationship. I thought it was just Cleveland. It's in Cincinnati. It's in Columbus. It's in Akron. It's down the way uptown. Everybody who you might not get killed. Like, oh, you know, like, all right, we're gonna let you slide. You know what I mean? I ended like this. My grandfather tells a story. He was coming into like an apartment building, and it was a dude waiting by the door, and he like spoke to him, like, "How you doing?" Dude said, "How you doing?" The next dude came in, he robbed him. And my grandfather is convinced he didn't rob him because he spoke to him.
Wow.
And so, yeah, just, you know, how you treat people, relationships is definitely extremely important.
That's good.
I don't say hi to everybody I see now.
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing? Hey, I see you. How you doing? Hello, baby. Hey, you too.
But it don't cost you nothing either.
That's a fact.
It don't cost you. How you doing?
That's a fact.
It don't cost you nothing.
Yep.
And it can make somebody's day too.
It don't cost you nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
Come on now, brother. Okay, Mike. So we gonna do part 2. We gonna pull up on you.
Yeah. We gotta get rich. So my crew, my political crew, is myself, Councilman Richard Starr, State Rep Terrence Upchurch.
Oh yeah.
And City Councilman Anthony Harrison.
Okay.
So, you know, the 4 horsemen.
Okay, man.
We gotta get
a wall. We gotta get all 4 of y'all. Okay.
That's the next one.
And in Churchill, we got the wine for you.
So we definitely got to get that. We can
We'll get that.
I hope you can have that. We gotta
yes, sir. Say less.
All right, Mike.
No, that's dope. Okay, so the most important question of the whole interview, bro. Where can people learn more about you? Where can they vote for you next time? Where can they learn everything about you, man?
Sure, yeah. So on Twitter, Michael J. Hauser. Instagram, I think it's Michael J. Hauser. I try to brand, and then I'm trying to see, because I'm a senior now, but I branded like Michael J. Hauser so tough, I don't really want to throw people off. And then I have like a political Facebook page, Michael J. Hauser. So if you want to stay updated, I try to, again, be intentional. So like different updates when I'm doing what I got going on.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So by the way, guys, as you guys are watching this, boom, right? If you're listening to this, it's right there in the show notes. Right there in the show notes. So everything you want to learn, you want to get more about Mike, it's right there. So no excuse, okay? Listen, man, we appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Guys, we got to pay some bills real quick. What we got going on? We got so many things going on. Girl Talk. Shout out to Nicole Miller. Me and Steve.
Woo!
And some other great brothers are going to be on a great panel March, yes.
Okay, thank
I'm
you.
going to do the exact
Thank
thing. Yeah, March 23rd. Yes, March 23rd. We're going to be on Girl Talk panel discussion where it will be me, myself, Steve, Jamar of Launch Arts, Walt Patton of Ghetto Therapy, Lawrence Adams or whatnot. Phenomenal men. Shout out to Nicole once again for putting this together. Her very first one of all men, by the way. And we'll talk about everything from relationships to what it means, what does manhood mean. It's just some phenomenal thing to be heard by great men, okay? So make sure you get tickets. Go to her page and get the tickets today, okay?
about your man cave?
Oh, I forgot about man cave. Oh, we'll come back.
Okay, all right, fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm trying to keep up with you
Yes,
now.
ma'am.
He's a busy man, so. But listen, make sure you guys catch my podcast, Beauty Told. Thank you, gentlemen. Beauty Told, where I'm giving you guys great relationship
Come on
advice.
now.
And not only myself, I'm usually having great guests on. So I'm like, I'm going to have to have you on.
Yeah, definitely.
And we are taking those topics, we're breaking them apart. And again, the overall goal, guys, is for us to have a positive change so you can learn from our mistakes. So if our story helps you in any way, then we know it's a story well told on Beauty Told. And shout out to Bree with Overflow Studios. She has
Bree, Mama Bree.
Yes, Mama Bree for sure. And she came in and cleaned house. I am looking so much better. Beauty Told has transformed in ways that I can't even explain. So y'all just got to tune in, subscribe, and I'll see you guys there.
And shout out to my homie Brittany, man, because I remember this day when Brittany wouldn't even want to be in front of the camera, y'all.
No.
And now she doing her thing.
Lord,
and
God
I'm
is
so
good.
proud of you, Brittany. I really am, man.
Thank
So
you.
I need y'all to stop playing. And as you subscribe to us, subscribe over to Brittany, okay?
Beauty
Told.
Told. All right, all right.
I got it.
Second time
Yeah,
around.
I got it. Yes, like Brittany said, guys, Man Cave, yes. Snort Edwards, Demetrius Harvey. They have decided to put together a great event for men. It's going to be phenomenal. We got Philly Wheaton. We got Waverly Willis. We have my pastor, Pastor Judah Early. Just phenomenal men who want to be talking about great things. A 2-day event, by the way. And it's going to just be phenomenal, guys. Do me a favor. Get your tickets. That is April 12th to the 13th.
Yep.
Yes. Wow.
I got you.
I appreciate you. Yes. Do me a favor. Get those tickets right away. Also, guys, get your tickets for Pink and Black Honors. They just announced a date, which is June 23rd, I think. We'll get this official date.
It's either June 22nd or June 23rd.
Yes, one of those two.
We're going to get it correct.
We're going to get it correct. We will be in the building.
Yes.
Once again,
fabulous.
year 3.
Year 3.
Yes, and it's gonna be phenomenal, guys. So I need you guys to get your ticket when that drops, because y'all know Black Excellence is in the building.
Ooh, and
when the pick Yes. So we will be there. We want you to be there to be able to participate in this great event for just Black Excellence, or not even Black Excellence, just excellence as a whole. It's happening to be Black people.
That's right. Just coincidence.
It's coincidental, right? Listen, guys. Also, I need you to listen to my brother, Steve, my sensei.
Woo!
Sensei Steve.
That's right.
Alien Eyes Photo Industry Talks. It is a phenomenal podcast. I got a chance to listen today, brother. Come on now.
This is the latest one, but I've been keeping up.
No, absolutely, man. That's purpose push. I don't care who got it. I don't care. We about to take it. We taking it. Cause we are pushing our purpose, man. And I love. That's why I love seeing Brittany.
You're doing it, man.
Listen,
You're doing
man,
it. We can't.
I love it. No. I'm being so serious because like I love people doing their thing, and I love that we can support each other, and we want to support you. And we got something coming on the way about that also. So just stay tuned. I get them all.
I believe we got everything, and just support our team.
Yes.
We can't forget the squad that is making this all possible for you guys. From To You Wines, allowing us to be able to show up. Thank you. And being able to show up, you guys, for
the best wine in the city.
It is the best. It is the best.
In the world.
Mine is
Greg.
right over there.
World,
okay,
Greg, that's right.
Favorite, right there. Fan favorite. Make sure you get y'all a bottle. We have Kirby, Confident, and Nervous. Sam, the hostess of the mostest. We have, I've already shouted out Bree, Overflow Studios. Can't say that enough. She's a real deal.
Absolutely.
We got Steve, Alien Eyes. So he's gonna get that focus right. He's gonna get that picture perfect moment for you. So we just have a fabulous team. MJM, come on now. I can't forget about. I knew it was coming. It was coming. MJM. So she gonna get your life together. One schedule at a time. Okay. So listen, we stay booked and busy, but we would love to have you on, so make sure you guys tap in and take advantage of us while you can. Absolutely. Guys, this is episode 279, Road 300. I want to take our time to thank you, the person watching, you, the person listening, because as of right now, as I checked it, we are at 20,000 subscribers. 20,000. Man. I'm saying that not as a brag, but as a point to showcase the fact that you guys want to watch great stories like Mike's. And you guys are tuning in every week, which is phenomenal. 8.3 million views. And this is out of Cleveland, Ohio, by the way, guys. It's not, we in LA, we in New York, we in Atlanta. We are Cleveland, Ohio.
And like Mike said, if we can get out to Ohio, then anything's possible.
Yeah.
So God is good. We never want to take it for granted. We want to thank you guys for listening. You guys liking, sharing, subscribing, and just supporting us as a whole because it means a lot to us. We can't thank you guys enough. So, guys, episode 279. And we'll see y'all at Road 300. Until next time. Peace.